All right, it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and it is time for 5 fast questions. Tyler, fire away.
What's the most confusing thing in adult life?
Making friends.
What song is stuck in your head?
Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba.
Number 3, what is something someone should never search on Google?
Oof. I got a couple. Blue waffle and truffle butter.
Number 4, what did your parents almost name you?
Patrick.
Number 5, what movie franchise has gone on too long and needs to end?
Ooh, this one's controversial. Are you ready? Star Wars.
Well,
But I have my reasons. I have my reasons, and you're going to have to tough it out and hear my reasons for that. But that is your 5 fast questions here for today, Wednesday, November 24th. All right, we can do a little deeper dive here into some of these questions. First question was what, Tyler?
all right. Number 1, what's the most confusing thing in adult life?
I mean, legitimately, I think it's how do you make friends later on in life when you're an adult? Like when you're a kid, you're kind of forced into it because you have your, your schoolmates, your classmates, or anybody you might play sport with, or things like that. But this did get remedied a little bit because that's what we're doing with Original Gamer Life here. Is that we're focusing on building this community. We're focusing on kind of creating a more positive gaming culture for people to come join. I mean, that's how I became friends with Brandon and Tyler. I mean, it was through Military Gamer Supply playing Dungeons and Dragons. We did it through the radio station that I worked for, and now here we are doing this show, hanging out, playing video games. I mean, that's what we're going to be doing in the future. So yeah, it's one of those things that was kind of confusing, but it eventually pans out. Do you have an answer to that one, Tyler?
Yeah, ear hair. I don't get it.
I am constantly plucking that shit out, man. Jesus.
What the heck?
You want ear hair to be really prominent to other people? Be bald. Because that sticks out like a fucking antenna. God, and I remember too, ages ago, I would have been in high school, I think. And when it was, my aunt was getting married. And I was I had to hold a light for the priest or something like that because the priest was pretty elderly. So I was the one that had to sit and hold the light so he could see what he was reading. And I just remember I was standing so close to the guy. I was like, God damn, that's a lot of hair on that dude's ears. It's freaking me out. And now look at me. Now I'm that guy. Got my tweezers. I'm constantly plucking goddamn hair out of my ears. But yeah, you're right. All right, what was question number 2?
All right, number 2, I believe. What song is stuck in your head?
Ah, yes. I think this is a recurring theme that we might have here on 5 Fast Questions. Because it's going to change constantly. My original answer a while ago was it was Slipknot's No Life. Captain Hammer says the X-Men theme song. Oh, shit. Yeah. It totally was, man. I forgot. But, yeah, I don't know why. Sweet Caroline pops into my damn head every now and then. It's crazy. What song's stuck in your head right now, Tyler? Is it the X-Men theme song?
So, yeah, it was Log, and then you started doing the X-Men theme song, and now that's stuck in my head.
It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. War Dancer, hello, welcome back to the Twitch chat. Enjoy having you here, man. War Dancer says, yeah, nothing to understand. At a certain age, you start getting all kinds of odd stuff happening. Yep, that would be like the day after my 34th birthday when I got kidney stones. Hurt like a sumbitch. Captain Hammer, if you legitimately posted a picture of blue waffle in my Discord, I'm going to ban the hell out of you.
I mean, I'm looking at them right now.
Is it an actual just blue waffle, or is it the gross one?
No, it's blue. It's blue waffles.
All
No,
right,
not the actual.
that's
it's
not so
blue.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, so that leads us to the next question, which was what? Something. Oh, you should never Google.
Yes. Never search on Google.
Yeah, that was something that happened on the morning show. Somebody in one of the chats that we were in, they had mentioned blue waffle, so of course everybody looked it up. Truffle butter was another one. That's what led to the Urban Dictionary game. So we would do a thing on the morning show where there was 4 of us. I was the host. I would pick, just a random term from Urban Dictionary, and then they would have to create their own definition of what the word or phrase was. And then we did it on a scale of 1 to 5 points. If you'd hit the nail on the head, if you knew exactly what it was and you got the definition right, you got 5 points. And then it was just how creative were you after that? And we had some really creative answers for the Urban Dictionary game, and that's something I miss doing. That was a ton of fun.
No, we can bring that back. Or is that like proprietary property now or something?
No, it was my damn game. I created it.
Well, then,
I'm the
dang.
one that did it. But the thing is, you need to have at least a few different people to play. You know what I mean?
We got the entire chat.
That's true. Maybe we'll do an Urban Dictionary game. Let me make a note of that. I'll do that coming up here. Urban Dictionary game. It should be nice. God, there's a subreddit that's called Crazy Effing Videos. And I'll get sucked into that. And it's got some of the grossest, craziest crap ever, dude. Jesus. That's one place you don't want to go. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to fall down into. Oh, War Dancer says Urban Dictionary has so many Twitch banned terms. Got to be careful. Thanks for the heads up on that. War Dancer says, "Yep, me too." About the kidney stones, worse after the expulsion. Yeah. So real quick, I know I've told this story on my streams before, but it was either the day after my 34th or 35th. It might have been my 35th birthday. But that morning, I woke up, my back hurt, and it wouldn't get better, and it was awful. And it was after about 24 hours. I was living with my mom at the time. And I was down in the basement, and she would stay upstairs. And normally I would go up there, and we would be able to chat and converse. And she hadn't seen me in like 24 hours, so she finally makes her way downstairs to me, curled up in a ball in the chair. And I was just like, "Yeah, I think I got kidney stones." And it was shortly after that where I got rid of the goddamn things. All right, what was the next question here on five fast questions?
5 fast questions. Number 4. What did your parents almost name you?
Patrick. And that would be, and I don't know how close they were. I know my mom says that she kind of kicks herself for not naming me Patrick because I was born on St. Patrick's Day. So
Neat.
that would have been a pretty cool name. But then, of course, as you guys know, my last name is Coates. My sister, I don't think my parents were anywhere near naming her this, but I guess my aunt really wanted my parents to name my sister Polyester. So it'd be Polyester Coates.
Nice. So were you born with a damaged liver, or?
I was, actually.
See? Yeah.
I was very jaundiced. I was a little yellow baby when I was born. And now, man, I put that thing to the test, boy. I tell you what, the past 20 years, that bad boy has really been put through the ringer. Captain Hammer says, Michael, my mom changed her mind because I was born on his birthday. Michael Myers? Whose birthday? Or just a different Michael? And Ward Answer says, I was going to be a Keith, but ended up with Brian. He says, I would have chosen Keith. Yeah, don't most people, you kind of think, oh, it would have been a whole lot cooler if I'd had that name. One of the reasons why I would have liked that would have been because, man, I'm telling you, soccer, when I was a kid, Brandon was a crazy popular name. I mean, Tyler, what's your brother's name?
I can't recall.
There you go. And it was like every single goddamn, parent, Brandon. And then like you have like 6 kids on the soccer field looking over to the sideline because 6 kids were named Brandon on the field. Sorry, on the soccer pitch. And Captain Hammer says, sorry, my Uncle Michael. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. All right, what was our final 5 fast question here?
What movie franchise has gone on too long and needs to end?
Oh, yeah. War Dancer says, I have more Brandons in my address book. Second most popular name is David. Oddly enough, that's my father's name. Yeah. I mean, you can look at other things like the Fast and the Furious franchise, things like that. But here's my reasoning behind Star Wars needing to end the movies. When was the last really good movie? Rogue One? Think about all the movies. Think about all of the prequels. None of those were really good. The newest trilogy, meh, I guess. I mean, they really butchered it by having J.J. Abrams and then Rian Johnson and then J.J. Abrams, and they flat out knew, like they talked about it, where they were like, oh, yeah, like I didn't like what he did with the story, so I basically just tried to retcon it in the next movie. And it's like, God, that's just terrible. Star Wars needs to step away from movies and focus on TV shows. Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, these shows that they have coming out on Disney Plus, that's where the storylines need to be. I mean, am I wrong?
I mean, I think you get those guys to do a movie and it could be just as good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Dave Filoni, he's, the driving force behind a lot of this stuff. I mean, that dude clearly gets it. That guy, I'm grateful that dude is involved in the Star Wars universe. But yeah, as regards to the movies, I don't see the movies being any worth the time, really, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, I don't see what we're getting out of them that we're not getting out of the TV shows. You know what I mean? I do like what they've done with the MCU on the flip side, where the movies are still amazing and they're using the Disney Plus series as kind of little bridges between the storylines. I do like how they're doing that. But honest to God, I think if Star Wars to just focus solely on Disney Plus TV shows, we would all be the better for it. All right, so that is your 5 fast questions. What's that, Tyler?
Well, I just think because there's so much that hasn't been touched in Star Wars that you could make a movie out of. Like, there's the whole Old Republic that they could do movies.
Yeah, I think, and you know what? I think that's where it would be okay. It's when they're trying to stay in that Skywalker saga was when it just went south, because we already kind of knew what happened. And it felt like, okay, so R2-D2 and C-3PO met all the way back then, and then they like, oh, erase this one droid's memory, but don't erase this one's, but he's somehow not going to recognize these other guys, and it's like,
So the Skywalker story definitely needs to end.
Yeah. And hopefully with the rise of Skywalker, it has come to an end.